Vibia Perpetua, a young, wealthy, and educated Christian mother from Carthage, faced the ultimate test of faith when she was condemned to death alongside her companions for refusing to renounce her religion. Despite her father's pleas and the prospect of leaving her infant son motherless, Perpetua remained steadfast in her beliefs, leading to her martyrdom in an arena in 203 AD. Christian persecution in ancient Rome began under Emperor Nero in 64 AD and lasted until Emperor Constantine legalized Christianity 249 years later. The Romans believed that Christians, by refusing to worship their gods, invited divine anger, leading to natural disasters like floods, earthquakes, and droughts. As a result, Christians were labeled as enemies of both men and gods and had to face extreme punishments. This era, marked by severe trials for Christians, showcases a period of unparalleled faith and resilience. Rome, a city of many gods, demanded loyalty from its citizens, including worship of its deities. Christians, refusing to honor these pagan gods, faced accusations of angering them, leading to natural disasters and calamities. This refusal was seen as a direct challenge to Roman authority and piety, making Christians targets for persecution and to extreme torture. However, being convicted did not always mean execution. Christians could be spared if they showed loyalty to the pagan gods by offering incense. Rejecting this gesture led to harsher punishments, and ultimately those who remained steadfast were put to death in public spectacles for entertainment. Vibia Perpetua, a 22-year-old Christian woman, was a wife and the recent mother of an infant son. Her father, a respected figure in Carthage, North Africa, provided her with a life of wealth and high education. Despite her privileged background, Perpetua faced condemnation to death for her faith alongside 4 fellow Christians. Among these was Felicitas, a slave who was 8 months pregnant. Remarkably, just 2 days before their execution, Felicitas gave birth to a daughter. Perpetua's father, a pagan, frequently visited her in prison, often bringing her son to plead with her to renounce her Christianity and save her life. However, Perpetua remained steadfast in her beliefs. She recounted a poignant interaction with her father, where she likened her unwavering faith to the identity of a pitcher, unchangeable and defined. Despite her father's emotional appeals, highlighting the potential impact on her family and her son, who depended on her, Perpetua comforted him with the assurance that their fate rested in God's hands, not their own. "Daughter," he said, "have pity and look on my gray hairs. Have pity on thy father. Do not give me over to disgrace. Behold thy brothers, thy mother, and thy aunt. Behold thy child who cannot live without thee. Do not destroy us all." Thus spake my father, kissing my hands and throwing himself at my feet. And I wept because of my father, and for he alone of all my family would not rejoice in my martyrdom. So I comforted him, saying, "In this trial what God determines will take place. We are not in our own keeping, but in God's." So he left me, weeping bitterly. On March 7, 203 AD, Perpetua and her 4 companions were led to the arena where the crowd demanded they be scourged. Their pastor, hearing that his members were to be killed, also gave himself up to stand with his flock in death. Subjected to the crowd's demand for their scourging, they endured attacks by wild beasts. A boar, a bear, and a leopard set upon the men, while the women braved a wild bull. Despite their severe injuries, death did not come until gladiators intervened with the sword. Their martyrdom, undeterred by considerations of family, social standing, or the potential for public shame, stands as a testament to their unwavering faith. As I reflect on the faith of these true Christians, I can't but ask, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth? Luke 18:8. On this holy Sabbath, may we ponder over these martyrs for Christ and examine ourselves if we are in the faith. 2 Corinthians 13:5. A glorious, happy Sabbath to all the sons and daughters of Adam.